Getting stops on defense is very challenging in Madden 24, but in today's video, I'm going to break down the new most dominant defense in the game. All the pros are running right now. That is going to allow you guys to stop the run, stop the pass, and get pressure on the quarterback, all with one easy setup. Let's get into it now. Looking for MUT 24 coins? EasyMUT.com is the cheapest and most reliable coins on the market. Click the link in the description and use code SG for 10% off your order. YouTube, what is up? It is your boy Duke, back here from SportsGamers.com. And boy, oh boy, do I have a treat for you guys today. If you've been struggling on defense, then this is the video for you, because I promise you after watching this video, your defense is going to improve tenfold. This is the defense you want to run, man. I feel like Dollar has been the best defense all year. There's been a lot of different ways to run it, but there is a new way to run it right now that all the pros have just started to run that is just better than the rest, right? This is going to counter all the most common protections, slide protections, concepts that players online are using right now that think work. This defense is going to kill all that. I'm going to show you guys how to run it. So first thing you guys need to know is going to be your coaching adjustments, your subs and abilities. Then we're going to break down the different setups you're going to need to use. So first things first, when running Dollar in general, you always want to have auto flip off. I like playing on base alignment. Personally, guys, I like to set zone drops for like 5 to curl flats, about 30 for flats. Hooks, I change that a lot, but let's just put it at 15 for now. You can change your hook zones depending upon if they're hitting you for like a lot of ends, slants, posts, digs. It just really depends. Option defense, we're going to put on conservative. Now, the biggest thing here, as I will definitely say, guys, like you need to have fast sub linebackers because it's just very important right now. You're either going to be using them or they're going to be blitzing. Other than that, the other most important thing is both of your outside corners need to have the deep out zone KO. It's the most important ability by far right now in the game. As far as your safeties go, I mean, you can have different KOs on them. I'm still using Darren Woodson with the deep zone KO because I think that overall that's the best KO in the game for 3 AP. Any deep zone you put him in, he's going to get a knockout, whether it's considered inside or outside the numbers. So that's what I'm doing. Now, the play we're going to look at is a little bit different than what everybody has been doing. We're going to look at a new cover 3 blitz setup because everybody, as we know, has been running basically cover 2 press for the longest. And this has been, basically a 4-man blitz, right? A 4-man A-gap. The Dollar has been very common this year because, you can just basically pinch your D-line and, do it whatever coverage adjustments you want. But, this was a 4-man A-gap basically for the last couple months. The problem with this A-gap is that, and a lot of the A-gaps out there, is that if you just slide protect right, possibly ID the D-tackle, it basically never comes in. It might come in once in a while, but it basically never does. The A-gap defense I'm about to show you guys that all the pros are starting to run right now beats all these protections. So the play we want to look at here is the free safety zone blitz. This is going to beat all the different protection schemes that you're going to see online, and it also allows you to play really easy coverage that's lockdown. So we're going to break down the adjustments you're going to want to use to beat all the protections. I'm going to show you guys how to beat all the protections. And then I'm also going to show you guys different coverage adjustments you can do to stop the meta. Route combos like crossers, corners, posts, all that stuff, seams, verticals, all that. I'm also going to show you guys how this defense can also stop the run. And if you want more great content like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Drop me a like on the video if you really rock me. Comment. If we get to 500 likes on this video, I'll actually post another way to make this defense even better than what I'm about to show you guys. So, man, show the love. All right. So, first thing you got to do, press your coverage. That's simply coverage audible, triangle Y, down on the left stick. Pinch your defensive line. To pinch your defensive line, you hit left on the D-pad, and then you hit down on the left stick. All right. Now, after you do this, guys, you're going to see, you have the safety blitzing. You don't want him blitzing. You could use him a lot of times like, I'll man him up if somebody's killing me. I could put him in like a hook zone. Remember, like I put my curl flats on 5 yards, my flats on 30. So, I could do a little bit different things with my coverage adjustments. If I wanted to double Mabel one side, even I could put him in a quartered zone if I really wanted to. Like there's a lot I can do with this guy. For now, I'm just going to put him in a hook zone, keep it simple. Now, this looks just really like the meta defense a lot of people are running from cover 2, but it's not because we got one more adjustment that makes this blitz different. What we're going to do is individually back up the slot corner that's right here. You see him on the bunch shot on the right of the screen. We're going to back him up. Now to do that, you hit coverage audible, triangle Y. Once you do that, the individual button pops up for X. Then you hit the slot receiver's icon here, that's R1, and then you flick up on the right stick. This backs up that guy. Now, I like having the tall guy there because he'll, like, especially if he's in a 5-yard flat, he'll get, like, underneath a lot of routes, but then also it's hard to throw over the top if he's tall. But actually, the key for this defense is with this setup, slide right, ID tackles, all that, it doesn't work. So let me just show you guys how this blitz works. Let's just go first standard protection. Just, come out the line, snap the ball. Obviously, we know we're going to get an A-gap here. But what makes this play super unique is I can slide protect, IDD tackles. It does not matter. So we're going to set up the same defense again. Press your coverage, pinch your defensive line. I'm going to go ahead and put that safety that's blitzing into coverage. Then I'm going to back up the slot corner. And then I'm just going to stand over this, kind of like over the guard on the right of the screen of my user. That's all I have to do. Now, one of the most common things people do when they see this type of blitz, they see you coming up the A-gap, is they slide protect to the right because they know that stops that 4-man cover 2 A-gap that people have been running like for a few months now. So they see this, they're probably going to slide right. Now, the thing is, slide right on this blitz, it does not work at all. We're going to snap the ball, and as you guys are going to see, that guy still screams up the A-gap even against slide right.
Do you want to become a better Madden player and win more games? If so, check out my premium Madden strategy website, sportsgamers.com. I've built sportsgamers.com to provide you with the best Madden tips, best Madden ebooks and schemes, all from the pros at the lowest price possible. I have helped thousands upon thousands of Madden players improve their games, and I can help you as well. Our VIP Madden membership is our best offer yet. This membership will include all of our Madden ebooks all year long and hundreds of weekly Madden Vault tip updates to keep you ahead of the game. Click the link in the description and use coupon code DUKE for 10% off your order.
So slide right is out. Just to show you guys how this looks, I mean, this is a 4-man A-gap. So this coverage is like really, really hard to beat because, you can, have like a hard flat over there to take away the quick flat. I didn't hear I had a 30-yard flat. But when you got the deep out zone KOs on your outside corners, you can't throw to the sidelines. Then, if you do what I do and have the deep zone KO of Woodson, whether he's inside or outside the numbers, he's going to break stuff up. You could also use a 1 AP deep end zone KO if you wanted to, but I would probably just recommend playing hard flats. So, you can take away those quick flat routes. You take away the middle, and then you can have the safety to kind of man up and do whatever you want, and you're still coming up the A-gap. So now they're like, oh, well, I slided right. That didn't work. What do I do next? Well, the most common thing I would say that most people are going to do next, I'm going to put my zone drops back on the fault so you guys can see how a hard flat would look with this defense because I really do like playing hard flats with no zone drops a lot. But the next thing people are going to try to do, once that doesn't work, is they're going to be like, okay, let me just go ahead and ID the mic as the D tackle. Because, most smart players know by now, and this has been a thing, that if someone has an A-gap and your slide protection isn't working, normally if you ID the mic as the D tackle, as you guys can see I'm going to do here, normally that stops the A-gap. So now I've ID'd the mic as the D tackle, and now I should be good, right? Because that will stop most A-gaps, especially if they're only 4-mans without the edge pressure. Well, let's see. As you guys can see here, once again, this does not stop the A-gap. So we have a very easy A-gap blitz that does not get blocked by IDing the D tackle, which most people do, or sliding right, which again is what most people do. Now, another thing I want you guys to notice is that when you, play hard flats, you guys can see, this guy, this is Woolen. He's a tall guy. In a hard flat, he's going to take away the flat, but also he's going to make it hard to throw quick reads over the top. We have the deep out zone KO by the outside corners, so the sideline is taken away on both sides. The seam is taken away by Woodson, and I'm over the middle with my user. Again, this free safety, you can do whatever you want with him. If you wanted to use zone drops with double Mabels, you could. Hook zones, you could. Man him up, you could. Put him in a quarter zone, you could. That's all up to you. But once again, it's 4-man blitz that you can't really protect against. Now, like I said, there are counters to this. Don't get me wrong. It's just not the stuff that most people think of, the common stuff people do online. And guys, I will show you the counter on my website, sportsgamers.com, to this defense. I'll show you how to make it even better, all that. VIP members get access to everything, man. So y'all need to sign up if you haven't already. Link is in the comment and description. Now, I did tell you guys, I would show you guys how to stop the run with this defense if you need to, and then some other coverage adjustments you can do. So let's go over that now. First of all, coverage adjustments. So one of the most common things I like to do is I like to play the hard flat, right? Because when I play the hard flat, I know that the quick flats are taken away. So if I'm going to do that, most of the time what I'm going to end up doing here is using this guy in a man-up. And what do I mean by that? Well, if I have these hard flats, I probably know that somebody is probably going over the middle of the field. And I don't want to have to guard like the post and the crossers over the middle of my user. I just really don't. Now, so we're going to use this guy to man up whoever I'm most worried about. A lot of times in bunch offset, it's the outside bunch receiver that's going to be on some sort of post or seam or something, especially if they're in double post. And I can man them up. Now, like not going to say like a man up is going to work 100% of the time, but like manning him up is definitely very helpful. We can use the man up with our user over the middle of the field to take advantage of it. Now, this is going to be really good coverage, but like once again, if somebody else is beating you over the middle, don't be afraid to just man that guy up. You don't always have to man the same guy up, and that's going to be really good coverage. So again, it's the same exact defense. It's just a little bit of different coverage. Everything is boxed. Now, the other thing about stopping the run, it's just very simple. Like guys, like if they're gonna start running the ball on you, all you really have to do is just kind of like move your safeties down a little bit more in the box, and all I do is if I start to get wind that they're going to run the ball, it depends what side they're going to run the ball to. Because if the running back's on the left, normally what I'll do is I'll just, instead of using this guy, I'll just use the safety. If the running back is on the right, then I'll go back to using Carmichael the same way. But like if they start to just run the ball a lot, I'm probably just going to use the safety, because then I can just crash down my user, meet him in the gap, and Derrick Henry, even with his X factor, is tagging for a loss. So as you guys can see, this defense is legit. This one little adjustment allows you to still get pressure even when they try to slide right and ID the mic, which is what most people online do against these 4-man A gaps. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until next time, it's your boy Duke, and I'm out of here.